Peace and love, everybody. That might come through. I was going through, so I only get a chance to get on like this now for a little while. So I might do this more. So may have to be the way it is. So a specific family. So I'm gonna go back to what I was trying to do. So this is a DNA file. This is the people here are people that match a DNA file that I have. So I must have, what I was doing was closing tabs. And let me make the screen bigger. Peace and love if anybody come in. This is going to be really quick because I was going to close tabs. And I might have to do like really quick, uh, short, very short morning work. So when you get here, I'm at the end of my going back. So I haven't been keeping my notepad like I should because that is still time consuming. It's really a good thing to do. I mean, it's an excellent way of keeping track, meaning that you go here and you do a notepad. So, maybe even though I don't do it regularly like I was doing it, maybe I still should just do it every now and then, right? Yeah, there's no harm in that. Do a closing tabs. But why am I running slow? What did I do? I have to press got it. I didn't read it either. Closing tabs, and then today is the 28th. 10, 28, 20, 20. And then uh then this is Barrett. I know it's the Barrett family. Could be, yeah, could be related to BAR net migration. Okay, so I'm gonna get to where I was because I have to get ready and get out of here. Um, if someone comes in again, peace and love. So I got all the way here and I'm at the end. So I want to close a couple of tabs. And so when you get to the end, then generally, if I left this tab open, I left the one before it open. So I see here, this is called Callie Cousins. This is the person whose account it is, and you can select that, and you can be back at that person's initial page. Okay, and then here where it says DNA relationships, where if you have DNA files, that's where you can do a drop down and you can figure it out what um, what you might have been doing. So okay, so now I'm going back, and then you see, so that's the end of my search unless I do more further searching. So usually, if that tab is open, then I have left the tab in front of it open. So here, I have a DNA file, and I have John Jones and who is managing WK. John Jones. So this test is managed by WK, whoever WK is, and they match TL Barnett. Okay, so then I'm going down and I don't see any relationship to Callie Cousins. So I don't know if, well, you can see here Rhonda Bean, Lee Bean, They are probably related to one another. Maybe it's in their tree that I began looking at some Barretts. I don't know. No, but I'm familiar. In this tree, I was looking at the Billingsley family. That is what I might have found in common. So let me just do a share match and see if I come up with Callie Cousins. Because I do know that I was doing some research on the Barnett line, and this is going the Barnett family way, meaning the Barnett. This person is related to the Barnett family because of their mother, right here, Maxine Barnett, which that's the only person he has in his tree, thank goodness, because that's the only way I could figure out who he was, other than the fact that his file matches so high. See, a 987 Centimorgan match means you are first cousins for sure. Well, oh yeah, or you get, it's the other relationships. Like, okay, if you click that, you would see that people who fall into that percentage could also be, it's 99% of the time that person is a first cousin, a grandparent, a grandchild, or aunt or uncle, a great aunt or uncle. So these are the only relationships basically you're gonna find with that kind of match. Maybe if there's a double relationship, like a mother is related, um, the person is related on your mother's side and the father's side. Let's say two brothers and sisters married another set of siblings. Something like that could cause a little bit of a so this is new to me. I didn't realize this. Now it might have been here, but I don't remember this. This longest segment, 123, that's new to me. Here, I've seen it on something else called Jed Match. When you deal with segments, I'm not an expert on DNA. I use DNA so that I can connect with people who are alive today that share DNA to get these stories straight. So anyway, so I know that this is leading the Barnett way because that person, his only person in his tree is the sister of this person's father, their sister and brother. Okay. But I never been able to get him. Maybe I didn't ask, but I think I did. Pretty sure I did. So anyway, this person here, going back here, because I'm going to close this tab, I find a connection to T.L. Barnett. Okay. CB and LB. Who's LB? Lyman and CB. So I'm gonna just go with they are. We don't know the Centimorgans yet, but let's just go with this one to see. Maybe both of them are connected to a tree. Oh, so it's only 27 Centimorgans, but that's very low Centimorgans. Usually a low Centimorgan goes farther back. So let's go with Maud. Maud is Greenville Pit, death, birth, Greenville Pit. Now it doesn't have to be Barrett, but since Barrett is so close to Barnett, since the name is so close to Barnett, then I think it could be the Barretts, right? So that's my first line of looking is through the Barretts. So we have Henry Barrett, and I do believe I found other Barretts. Okay, but here, so we have Henry, son of Henry, son of Peyton. And then this tree has more. But before I go on, I want to do a shared match and see if they match Donald Smith. And they do. Okay. And they also match their CB, this person, and this person who I know how they're related. Okay. Their fathers are their father's father. These two, their father's father are brothers. Something like that. It might be his father's father is her father's brother. Something like that. So I know how they are related to one another. And it is a North Carolina way. But seeing Donald Smith definitely helps me to know that this is a North Carolina match, because that's where their father's DNA leads to, at least to people who are living in or have ancestry in coming from a specific place in North Carolina. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to the back key, because now I'm going to get to what I was looking at. So in closing this, I was looking at this tree and I was trying to figure out if how these people are related to one another. How are they? Why are they matching the Odysseus family? So here's Peyton. So in this tree, now I am in the tree of Callie Cousins, the tree that is managed by Callie Cousins. That's whose tree this is. They have connected Lyman's DNA to this position, meaning that Lyman's mother, Olivia, if this is Lyman, is the Barrett that is I'm interested in if I'm going to look at the Barrett family. Okay, so then here we go, Henry Peyton. Okay, so now I'm going to open Peyton, and I'm in their tree, and then I'm going to go further. Okay, even though that's far, Peyton. T.L. Barnett's father was born in 1899. According to him, he was born in Louisiana, according to a draft, one of the draft card applications. It's like a two-page deal. So here is Daniel, who would have been born in 1803. So of course, so he doesn't have anybody with Daniel, has no father here. So of course, you're gonna go to the person. I'm in Callie's tree, and you look at what records do they have for Daniel Barrett, and what records do they have for Cynthia Barrett? So what they have is they have 1850 and 1860 slave schedules. Okay, so either these people know that these people were supposedly slaves of a specific slave owner, or, and see here, she even has a mother, Dorcas. So see how they have the same last name? So I'm not going to get off, because now we're going to go into this record. So in 1870, I know people have a record that has their name on it. So here's Dorcas, Cynthia, Lorinda, Emma, and Haywood. Dorcas. See, it won't tell you who people are. It's the 1870 census. I have yet to see where they tell you mother. You have assumed relationships. Okay, so here we go. This is the actual census where they're showing Barrett, and this is so Cynthia's here, and then 80 underneath her, Dorcas, and then here you go, Lorinda, Look like Evans and Haywood. And then underneath you have another family of 46-year-old Sarah Barrett. Okay, and then another whole family. Here's a Dorcas. So I would assume that because that's a Dorcas, that this is a sister probably, and that she's naming Dorcas after Dorcas, right? So I would assume a relationship. Then we're gonna spend a few minutes. So then we have to look down further, and there's a more. So we got these Barretts, right? And then some Moys and Robinsons and Barrows. I always look at this because when I do the shared matches, I'm gonna come up with a Moy. I'm gonna come up with some other people in the environment, okay? And then I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna go page back. But I usually go up at least a page back and forward just to see what other names are in the atmosphere. Okay, so here Harris, I think Harris, Jones, Harris, Barrett, another Barrett, 31-year-old. I'm looking for some old people, of course. Okay, here we go. Now this is a white Barrett family. Julia, looks like Celine. According to them, this is a white Barrett family, and here's John, right? So this looks like so when you want to know what the transcriber decided this name is, it looks like Loris, male, supposed to be a male, and Julia looks 94, female, right? That looks like a 9-4 to me. So to go to figure out what they have transcribed this to be, what did the people transcribing say? You just go down here to the double people here, double people, and you click that, and then you can see what they wrote. So it's not that I'm on this line, I don't think, but anyway, I'm going to go here and click in here and then go down. And now they have it where you could also click here to get related records to this people, right? I got to keep my time. I got to be done in 10 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to go down and see Loris, right? See, so they say Loris. So I'm click on Loris, and now Ancestry has it where it didn't used to be like this. They have, excuse me, other people in the they have other people in. So let's note right quick that down here they have number of dwellings. They got the people, they got all these spaces filled. Number of foreign born males, females, blind. They don't have anything there. Number of insane. So nobody was insane. I don't know what 10 is. What's 10? 10 is the number of male citizens of the. So I have a number there. All right. So, because I will look at that in a minute. You got this. I just showing a few things that I think that's important to point out. So then now Loris Barrett. All right. And so then did they transcribe her? This person is 24. Looks like they transcribed Julia as 24. Right. Let me see. So, I mean, I spend a lot of time in places like I don't just. So you got Selena. So that's supposed to be a 2. So what do they nines look like? Can we find a 9? There's a 9. That should be a 9. Oh, sometimes if you hover over it, you see, you can get it. 91, okay? So that's supposed to be their 9. And his last name is John, and he's Janice. So I'll go back and look for him. I'm going to look at old people for sure. So that's a 2, and that's why they say that's a 2. Oh, 2 probably white out or something, because that clearly if that's a 2, it's missing something. But we still have a 60-year-old in that house, meaning I should be able to find her since she's not supposed to be a slave. I should be able to find her 10 years earlier in 1860 with a name, because if you will see in a moment, in 1860, it's likely that in this place I will find, I'm trying to get back down here now. Okay, I can't, I don't know why, but okay, I'm not able to move it around down here. Oh, there we go. We was at the bottom. All right, so then where is, how I thought I went up. I went down. I get down here. I don't know how, but whatever. So now back here, up here to the Barretts, because now Selena. So when I click Selena, I should be able to get a related 1860, right? So usually related files, I think, are down here, or do I have to do this? There we go. So 1850. There's Selena, and 1880 and 1850. So let's click 1850 for Selena. So here's Selena. And there's a Josiah. Want to point that out. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me, because now that I see a Josiah. So here's a Josiah in 1850, age 49. Clearly, Selena is in the position of being his wife, and these people here are in the position of being his children. Okay? They didn't think it was important, I guess. I don't know, why they wouldn't have put relationships then, but they did not. Okay, so here we have them. They're in Pitt. Josiah, Selena, William, George, see the names. And then this is Seth. Is that Burnett? I think that might be just Burris. Okay, so let's see. So they're in Pitt, 1850. And it says Crossroads. Okay. The Jones family. There's a Moses Jones. I might have saw a Moses Barnett or Barrett. But so I'm just looking. There go the Moys. See how this works out. But in race, the race column, you don't see anything. Why not? I really wonder why not. So you see Selena, and you saw you saw so I'm going back over here to Peyton. I got how many minutes? 5 minutes. So I'm back over here, going back to Peyton, going back to Daniel. So they have for Daniel, no parent, right? They stop at Daniel. It's his wife, Cynthia, here that had a mother that was on the 1860 census, right? So let's view that again. Let's view this again. So on the 1860 census, you're going to have, this is supposed to be the slave schedule, right? Okay. So this family, Callie Cousins, must have known something. And it is, though they do say Pitt, and we did see the other family here that are in Pitt, right? Okay. Pitt, see here? Pitt, North Carolina, Pitt, Crossroads area. Okay. So now the slave schedule. So that was 18. see, we're looking at 1850. We're going to start with 1850, and we're going to look at the slave schedules that is supposed to be for Daniel. But I'd rather have it for his wife, because this is way I'm looking at something I had not looked at before. We looked at Dorcas in 1870, which is the first time you will see people of color. Okay, the first time you see the American Indian, that's who I know they are. That's the first time you're going to see them listed by name, not in most cases. In most cases, okay, not every case, but in most cases, this is when you see them. So you'll see Cynthia, her mother, Lorinda. Remember, we did that, okay, and you'll see an indication of race, okay, and they're on page 83 of 91 in 1870, and they're in California, North Carolina, Pitt, probably California community. You know, that's what they probably call in the community. We'll go up here and look and see, or the post office. But this says Falkland Post Office, so the township is California, but they are in Pitt. Okay. Okay. And remember, the reason we're even looking at that other family, the one where we have, what was the name? Selena here, Selena. The reason we're looking at Selena, because they are the family that's closest to this family, okay? You had this one small white family, okay? And it's closest to this family. Selena is 60, so I know she's old enough that I should find her. I might have a harder time finding the 24 and 31-year-old. I should be able to. They should be in the house. Loris, Julia, okay, that should be a child, probably, more than likely. This is assumed relationships. So they is ancestry right now. They gave records that would say that Dorcas was the mother of Cynthia, okay? And in 1850, 1860, we're going to see a slave schedule. So I want to show you something now. So when you view this image, so now we have this 75-year-old in 1860. This is supposed to be Dorcas, okay? It's supposed to be Dorcas, because in 1870, she should be, okay, about the age 80, okay? In 1860, this family found a record for a 75-year-old woman who was on this slave schedule, supposedly on this slave schedule, right? So now let's go into the slave schedule a little closer. Okay, so Pitt, not stated, so they don't have a place, right? So here we go. And then I'm ending this. Slave inhabitants of North Carolina, enumerated 17th day of August, 1860, in County of Pitt, and this is the person, B.C. probably Rance, which is assistant marshal. Okay, now let's look here. Color, okay? Color, see? All B's, right? All B's, right? Oh, look, an M for mulatto. M for mulatto. Okay, nothing but age, no names. No names, except you have a name here. See, very few places. There's a Josiah, right? Remember, they neighbors to remember we found we found what is her name? I forget her name. Selena, married to a Josiah. So right. So look at all these. Look at all these. Right. No B, nothing but M or B. No W's. No W's. Right. There's an M for mulatto. Right. Look, Josiah, 54-year-old Josiah. right? Right? Remember, Josiah. Okay, now what is this box? Name of the slave owners, right? Name of the slave owners. Way on here, I don't know because I'm just looking at this one, but you don't see anything. Davis, you see Davis Bynum, and you see a Josiah. So what they did, what this family did, is they found someone a female close to the age, and it could be her. Don't get me wrong. There's a 75-year-old right there, right there. Okay, so they finding the ages and they putting together someone close in age to their family. But my point that I want to end this on is you don't see anything but B's. So that means the slave owner is also a B. Okay, and what is this 10? The 10 and 2, number of slave houses. Okay. 3, okay, number of slave houses. Okay. Yeah, I'm discovering, okay? So now down here, and remember at the bottom I was saying I'm going to look at the bottom over here. Number of male slaves, number of female slaves, total slaves, 80. Number of owners, number of houses. Why is that blank? Why is that blank when clearly they have the names here? So why are they picking and choosing to leave certain things blank? Okay, now if you want to see more, now you can see that those are B's and you can see a few M's on there. So I'm just going to go and do the next page from the bottom, and I'm gonna go up a little bit. I'm gonna make it clear. Let's see, I'm 3 minutes over. I'm gonna go another 2 minutes. So here at the bottom, number of owners. Okay, first of all, B's, only B's. I'll open it up a little bit so you can see B's. Okay, Mr. Parker or Miss Parker is a B. Is that a Moy or a May? Yeah. B's, right? B's, okay? Plenty of them. B's, everybody, right? B's, clearly. Then you get down here, or that's either Day or May or Moy, I don't know. But here again, no number of slave owners, nothing. The total number of people that they're adding up, okay, is 80. 40 people per column. 40 people per column. Okay, you saw that number 40. People completely down from the top down is 40. That equals 80. So everybody on here they're saying is a slave, and they have a person in the name of owner, and they're not claiming any of these are owners. Okay, and we saw that Josiah was listed as white, and I'm sure that's probably the same Josiah. Conveniently, it won't be. Okay, let's try 1850. Let's see if anything was different 10 years before then. What time is it? Okay. And I'm going to do just 2 pages, and then I got to go. Seriously. I got to get ready. Okay. So this is 10 years before then. There's Josiah. Okay. B's again. Okay. B's again. Maybe they'll have, there's an M. B's. There's the Bynums. They still all close by there. The Davises. And look, Gideon Ward. I'm going to look up Gideon Ward. I'm going to look up some of these people and see, what exactly is going on here. The Davises, a few other names. Oh, down at the bottom. Okay, look at here. Down at the bottom, look. Oh, they don't have information at the bottom here. This is page 1. So hopefully I can let's see, anything at the bottom? No, nothing at the bottom. So, clearly there's something that is being covered up at the bottom. Clearly. Okay. So here you have the people who are name of slave owners, but maybe they forgot to cover it up on the other one, right? Maybe they forgot. Clearly, there's something at the bottom. Here's a check mark or something that's been cut off. Nope. They covered it up. They covered up the bottom. I wish I could find one slipping. No, not going to catch them slipping on that one. So it's just 6 pages. So, yeah, they covered it up. I can see all over across. So in 1850, the bottom of that is covered up. In 1860, it's not. So in 1860, Josiah is on here listed as a slave owner. I gotta go. I gotta go. Peace and love if anybody comes by to see what I was talking about. Somebody help me. Help me understand. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Peace.